Hello and welcome to Geekatplay Studio Tutorials. Let's continue exploring some sci-fi scenery. And what I want to create is look more like maybe Mars something. And we'll try play with different terrains, see how we can mix together, have it some more interesting mix. So I'm going to create a fractal terrain procedural. So next time we'll try shrink it. And one thing what I want to do, I want to create like almost path valley between two mountains, kind of cliffs. So I'll create one on this side and I will create other on this side. And you can, from this point you can see we'll have it like almost path going through that. So let's create edit. And right here we have it our kind of normal. I will going to use preset and just probably set just the moon one with the craters. So we have a very nice preset. Let's click OK. I'll go bring a little bit closer. And right here I see we're kind of dropping underground, so I'm going to bring just slightly up at this point. Okay, let's select, see if we can shrink it to bring a little bit closer, maybe around like this. Okay, well, I'm going to copy and move just on another side right here. Again, we'll go to change this one and maybe edit a little bit function. So I want to change slightly shape of this. So I just change few numbers, actually 41. I want to go down on this one right here and just decrease just a little bit, so it's look a little bit random more than other side. Okay, stretch a little bit more. Let's shrink it. Slightly down. Okay, our main camera positioning. Okay, I don't like really see the stretching point, so let's do a couple of things. We're going to shrink so they don't stretch, but we're going to copying them and just place it right here. Okay, we'll go edit this one. Have a different kind of seed, and I don't really like how it's come up. It's nice things about this. We can always go open and maybe change multiplier slightly, so it will change shape a little bit, modify it, or maybe change even vector seed. So they will look a little bit offset, different from other ones. So let's modify this way. Let's look a little bit better. So going to position this way. This one actually look nicer probably if we turn this way. So we have it more kind of like areas, more interesting areas right here appearing. Bring a little pin down. So we open. I'm just trying customizing with the pieces of the terrain. See which one terrain will look kind of more unusual with maybe spikes going over. You know what, I don't like this one, so let's go ahead. I'll just kind of again reload it to change our seeds. This one will look a little bit better. Okay, let's rotate. So you can see it's kind of adjusting, customizing them. Let's preview. So we're having kind of nice terrain going. One thing what I want to do is kind of bring more to the back, so we can preview right around this area. For this I need to take my main camera and raising up. So kind of can see effect, and let's pull them a little bit more apart to open the value a little bit better. Okay, so right here, preview one more time. Yeah, I think this one portion look nice. Right here, just mountain doesn't look right to me. Or maybe rotate. Again, preview, and it's what going to kind of preview, see how I like how the header options looking right here. So let's a couple things. Let's work on our background right here. For this one, I'll create another terrain. I'm going to shrink it down, but this one will be my kind of like filler terrain where I want to place it. So I'm going to edit this object. I'll go same, uploaded one, but you can notice right here I don't want those big mountains. So let's see if we can modify our function for this. And here's our roughness. So for this, what I want to do, I want to decrease gain and roughness. So, and you can see we start losing this mountain. So if I want totally remove, I can go inside the blend and actually remove from this point, or if I don't want, just in case I want to leave it there, I can go and just modify this way. So it seems like okay to me. Maybe just reduce scale because it will be on a distance, and I want to add more of the craters. Click OK, and almost flatten this down. So right here, if we preview, you can see we have it nice up front, and we have this nice on the background kind of going. So the next, I want to have it enclosure right on the back right there, so we can create some mountains on the background. Let's do this one, and for this I'm just saying I'll just go ahead, procedural, I'll just shrink them this way and extend it. So this one will be just kind of back closure, the mountains, something right here in the background, so we don't have just straight lines, something. Okay, here's our terrain. Let's go ahead and add some materials. In this way, what I want to do, I want to actually work a little bit more with sharpness. Maybe we'll see what we can do with this. I'm just going to open one material. Okay, preset terrain. We'll go to edit. Actually, right here, let's go to edit this object, edit function, and right here, maybe where we have a blender, just under this, I'm going to add custom dependency, and it will be for roughness. I'm just going to select it and drag to this point. So we'll see this does not provide roughness for us. So let's see what other ones we have it. Okay, actually, let me cancel that one. Okay, right here we can, this is our terrain overall, and this one will be our craters. So if we want to add to our terrain, we want to go create custom dependency, and let's connect right here, rough area. This is to our terrain shape. So for this one, and we'll have it terrain roughness on that one. Let's create one more custom dependency, and we can go ahead and maybe select to our, you can see to our craters shapes. So we'll just name it. Okay, we'll click OK because nothing has changed. One thing, when we start work with material now, I'm going to maybe load something sandstone. Okay, let's go to edit function, and I want to actually connect at this point, so I can go ahead and connect to external dependency what we created. We're going to right here, we'll select terrain and we'll connect. So let's fast preview. You can see we'll start having already coloring going depend on a shape already right here of our terrain. So it's given us nice kind of look right here. So this is look okay. We can always go ahead and edit our filter to add a little bit more contrast, because contrast wasn't that strong as example right there. Okay, let's bring it a bit closer here. So we have it one. Okay, for the craters we can add additional layer. Okay, we'll just create default material for this. We'll go preload probably the same, except I want make it kind of hotter look. Okay, we'll go to the transparency, set to variable transparency, edit function, and I'm going to add external dependency for this. Okay, and we're going to craters in this case. So we'll collect, click OK. Can pop up. If you cannot see it, we always can kind of click and see where it will apply, but again, it's one apply to the variable transparency, but we'll have a little bit more coloring going right around those craters. So let me check more on the variable if we need it to adjust. The best way to do it is create filter, and I see right here was a kind of dark and white, so I'm going to increase more of the contrast. Okay, we have it right here. And next, what I want to do, I notice actually I need to invert that, so I'm just set opposite. Let's click OK, and right here we can see it will be just darker going around our craters, so it's given us interesting coloring effect right those edges. So overall it's will give it very nice effect. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to for the time, I'm going to pause this tutorial and I'm going to apply same techniques to all other terrains what we have it. So we have the same type of material applied to all of them. Okay, so I set up for this. Let's stop for our last one. And this one will be a little bit easier because we actually need to set up only one custom dependency. Click OK. Okay, we'll go to edit material. We can actually remove this one. And I'll just set up this to custom dependency. So this is done. Also, what I want to do, I want to copy this material and apply it to the ground, just in case we have some colors going on. So let's see, we have preview, we render now. Okay, and we have a very beautiful look. So what I want to do, I want to put some point of the view, something right here. I don't know, maybe some spaceship or something, and let's see if we can work a little bit on our main camera as well. So bring right around here because I want to have it some little bit more of the skies. So point of view, let's see, it's whatever you have it. If you have it some spaceship you want to put it, or some other ones. I have it one from DAS, I have it, or some maybe from Geekatplay. So I'm going to load it that model. Okay, and this one is actually DAS, so it's from Poser, and I want to import a single frame, group all that stuff. So let's click OK. Here's my rocket. I want to move this far away, maybe right here. We'll see how well it will look. Hold down Shift key and rotate, so it's kind of lock. Easy to put it. Okay, we'll go to drop on the ground. Okay, let's preview. So right here we have a kind of point of our interest, our rocket. Okay, let's now work a little bit on the background, and for this actually we'll go create a couple planets. So we'll go ahead, set up one planet, and maybe make our planet, maybe make it a little bit bigger. Okay, let's bring it down. So around here. Also our sunlight, let's put on this side just to be different. I'm going to place right around here maybe. So I want to look on good shadows. That's what I was looking for also. Okay, something maybe around right this area with a long nice shadow, so we have a very good contrast going on here. Okay, in this case we need to work on our planet, so we'll go our phase, we'll actually go a little bit more this way, pop up softness and just slightly on the brightness. And also let's go change this maybe to Saturn with the rings. Okay, we'll go create another planet. And we'll just take this planet, move it maybe somewhere right here. Again, have it about same type, and we'll switch these to maybe Mars, see what's different colors will give it to us, because we will rework on atmosphere in a second. Okay, and we kind of want to little bit balance maybe. No, I don't like this planet, so let's go see for Neptune maybe look better, or Jupiter even maybe look more interesting. Let's go ahead preview. Okay, yeah, will rework. Okay, it's look nice. Let's little bit modify our atmosphere at this point. And what I'm going to do it is change coloring. So I need to find something that will work very well with this. So for this green, we actually want to maybe going more towards aqua, kind of this saturated aqua color for our sky. Okay, drop down decay. So kind of coloring gets more applied, and see which color we can. Okay, we're going with this one. Increase layer of the fog. Okay, we'll also set global radiosity. More to the sunlight, and again, this is same. We can go and set more to aqua, kind of aquaish color. So bring this brightness. You know what? Let me check one thing. What if we just change to the red? I'm just looking overall colors. Maybe even red will bring interesting effect right here if we're going to ambient lighting. So we'll fill up a little bit more. But again, we'll go back to the aqua. Okay, so right here we preset this way. Don't want to add clouds, so let's maybe add some clouds. We'll go to all the way opacity and density, take almost all the way down. So we'll just have it a very slight one, a lot of details, and altitude variation pop up to the max. So we just have it a very light. Actually, I want almost non-visible kind of. Meters. Okay, let's preview, see where we have it. So overall, what I would try to do is maybe we'll see if we want to add clouds, but something that add interest more to the sky. And this cloud doesn't work very well. So I'm going to add different clouds. We'll go to probably stratus clouds. Yeah, these ones stretch. Yeah, let's try those ones. Okay, and we'll just take, say, the density almost all the way down, so we hardly can see those clouds. But there's something will be just sky, so sky doesn't make it very even. Oh, this is a perfect clouds for this one. Okay, it's too sun, a little bit too soft. So what I want to do is go to the sunlight, edit shadows, and we'll just use a shadow map for this. As well, we can also pop up a little bit of softness. And let's go to atmosphere editing. And let's see what we can do with lights, darken a little bit. Okay, increase sunlight. Okay, let's see what we can add additional options. Actually, I don't really. Yeah, I want to add a little bit, preserve more brightness, give it to this. Okay, adjusting colors here. Let's see, with increasing glowing, if we have some effect, or actually reducing glowing will give us a little bit better skies. Okay. So we're going with haze. And this is kind of almost you need to play around and see which one give you better effect. And I want to have some effect right here, so we have a little bit better haze on this side. So maybe need to add a little bit more to this point. Okay. So I'm going to add more kind of a little bit glowing effect, a little bit better this way. Okay, we'll take our sunlight. Let's take second planet. Couple of things I kind of don't like it a little bit. Maybe it's too bright. Something doesn't look right with this planet to me. Okay, and set a little bit more balance. So we have it to balance it at this point. Okay, we kind of set right. Let me go ahead and render now with the final. See how our lighting will come up. I'm going to pause and come back when render is done. Okay, so right here we finished. Let me see. Right here is something missing. I maybe want to add a little bit more to this edge to balance it a little bit better. But kind of it's give it us interesting perspective. Also maybe just put it some spaceman somewhere around here. And I think I have one from previous tutorials. Actually, he's not totally a spaceman, but he should work. So I'm going to maybe select this guy. His was like from DAS and deep underwater kind of guy, but he looked perfect for this retro look sci-fi type of scenes. Right here, let's see if I can place him somewhere in a cool place. Okay, we can place him maybe around here. And of course I need to rotate him. So he look more towards kind of rocket maybe walking. Okay, it's kind of hard to see sometimes. Okay, which way he's walking. So like this maybe. Okay, let's place it him around here. We're going to drop on the ground, maybe even higher. So let's see. There you go. So drop him on the ground. Okay, preview. Let's render. I want to see how this guy will look there. Yeah, he look kind of interesting. Maybe even right here a little bit more over the edge. Somewhere around right here. Yeah, I think this is a little bit better place for him, so he walk around. Okay, right this edge. Let me add maybe some another mountain. And I actually just going with a standard terrain at this moment, because all what I want to do is add something like that right here maybe. So let me see, it's a little bit not too detailed. So I'm going to try to readjust to be sure it's kind of look interesting. Okay, we have it this way. Let me increase resolution for this one. Run maybe some adjustments, see what we can play with. Okay. So we have it a little bit darker, kind of covering this corner. Yeah, I think this will work a little bit better. Okay, as well, let's go to ground, copy this material, and just paste terrain. I want this to be quite a bit darker. So we'll go to edit. Okay, and preview. Yeah, it's look more interesting with cover, maybe a little bit too close. Okay, move it away and just bring down. Okay, preview. Okay, and I can see this is already balancing better. A little bit too bright. I maybe needed to go in Photoshop and have to make it look darker or something else, rework on this. So with sunlight, let's go edit shadow, set to ray trace it. The other ones was a little bit too soft. Okay, render in final. Yeah, the shadows look a little bit better. They're harder, but actually a bit bounce. And it probably pop up softness this way. As well, let's go check atmosphere. And this is too green for me, so I'm going kind of bluish, a little bit more bluish color. Okay, as well, just slightly adjusting on this one as well. Okay, let's go to our planets. And you know what, softness doesn't bring that kind of old type of the drawing, so I'm going to actually bring a little bit more in them, so they will stand out a little bit better. Of course, we can modify back and just create a little bit more interesting drop in the end. We'll see if I want to do this. Right now, it's look kind of already almost ready. Right here, and our back terrain. This one actually I want to modify. We'll go to effect and let's create something more fun. So it'll look like something mountains on the back. Okay. Right here. Reduce a little more on the lighting. Okay, and I think we're ready for final last time preview. And again, I'm pausing. I will come back when it's finished render. Okay, so we have our render. It took about a minute to render. Clouds, maybe some atmosphere still not bring what I wanted. I want this kind of solid, same like a planet maybe. Doesn't look right to me, so I'm going to change to moon maybe. Okay, reduce brightness. Something is just doesn't flow right there, so we'll go select that way. Okay, this planet. Okay, bring up front again. So we'll have the planet just going around here. Okay, preview let's look a little bit more heavier maybe, and remove clouds as well. So again, this doesn't look just properly sized so it doesn't overwhelm maybe. Okay, and let's go in atmosphere editor, clouds, just reduce density, reduce size of them. We'll go put haze a little bit lower, so we'll see. Yeah, I want to go actually lower this atmosphere, so we'll have it. And let's see on our decay. Yeah, I think this is actually almost coloring that I want to have it. So we're looking right there. So right here is why I want to increase fog. I want this look a little bit nicer right in this area, and we can probably go in Photoshop and just tweak a little bit more on this one. Okay, just balance, take this rocket and move a bit more that way, so we have it kind of, you can try to balance image a little bit better. Okay, let me see if we put this planet lower. And I think right here was about the right place. Okay, we go to reduce brightness even more. Okay, I think we are ready. And again, this is kind of like ongoing. You can spend days and days by tweaking in one project. So, but I think at this point we're ready for the render. So I'll set on higher settings. Okay, up here we'll go to atmosphere editor, and I also want to do a couple things. I want to increase quality here, and inside lighting I want pop up a little bit better on our lighting as well. So it will take a little bit longer render, but it's I want to just have it a little bit better on this fog and distance done details. So I think we're ready, and I'm going to render this image and pause tutorial, and we'll come back after render is finished. Okay, so right here we got our image done, and if we look, It's actually nice. I like how there's some composition details coming, but I want a little bit to work more on the coloring, so I'm going ahead and save this image for Photoshop so we can go edit in there. Okay, inside the Photoshop, what I'm going to do it is create duplicate layer for the sharpness as well. We can do modifications that on the image which is destructive, or we can actually go ahead and create some layers this way. So now I'm going to pop up vibrance on this. We'll see if we can want to increase just maybe a little bit saturations. Okay, as well what I want to do, I want to modify some sky and ground, and actually for this I'm going to duplicate layer and actually work directly on the layer. So we'll go adjust the color balance, and this is for the sky, and I want actually, I'm ignoring the bottom ones, so I will look only on the sky color what I wanted. Achieve in my sky, just looking a little bit more cyan color. We'll add mask, and let's just go right here, very rough. Just reworking on this. Okay, next we're going filter, blur. And we'll use Gaussian blur, so it's kind of, you can see the mask become a little bit spread, a little bit nicer. Smoother kind of transition between these. Okay, we'll go ahead to save for the ground, and let's see what we can do. Kind of a little bit point-ish. Normally I go to different extreme when I do color credit and see just which one will give me more interesting look. So I think this one will kind of come up with. Okay, so what I want to do is this one a bit bright, so I want just maybe darker color, and we're going for this one. Just go to the burn tool, and we can kind of apply burning to this effect right here to make this darker. Well, this is one way. Another way, we can actually create a mask and go with mask as well. But in some case, we want to maybe add some, color effect as well. Some mountains. Add some depth to some areas right here. Again, right here, going more. So just create a quite a bit darker segment. Okay, so it's one thing. Sometimes what's happening right here, for example, the planet. One nice thing about Photoshop, of course, it's the you can use the patch tools, and just remove it. Kind of planet if you think this is maybe a little bit too much of the planet, so just kind of fixing this way, because I think it was nice to have two planets, but it was a little bit too destructive in this case. So let's go next. I'm going to actually merge this field and apply sharpness to this. So we'll have two ways we can do. One, we can do through the high pass and set as the overlay. And if it's not enough, of course, we can go inside the filters, go to sharpener, and use unsharp mask to bring in some more. Only the problem is when we do this way, we have this kind of unnatural edges right here pop up too much. But it's again, it depends what you're going, and I want to look a little bit more unnatural kind of illustration, maybe too sharp at some points. So I think this one is actually give me nice sharpened edges, look more kind of like a painting. Do one more things. I want to just check and see how it will look in the Filter Forge. I have some filters I done in Filter Forge, and it's kind of nice to look after. Okay, this is a Van Gogh. It's not what I wanted. I want to actually go in kind of photo processing, go to photo tone, and right here you can see this one is at kind of interesting edge, a bit even older, kind of more contrasting. So I kind of like this little bit actually better, more like illustrations. So let's see if we can bring a little bit more blue to the sky. Okay, small adjustments. Again, this is filter. You can download it free, Filter Forge. You can just try it as well. This is the phototone filter I created, so you can the same. It's free to use it. And right here, our filter is applied. We can see it's add a little bit more contrast and sharpness. So create more as the kind of illustration. And I do like this one better, so I'm going to save it. And again, thank you for watching this tutorial from Geekatplay Studio, and please remember visit us on the web is www.geekatplay.com.